What's up, YouTube fam? It's Dark Angel's Journey. And Kitty, he has not left my lap all morning. All right, guys. So I have a confession to make and a realization to express as well. So on Friday, I don't know, man. I just lost my shit. I don't know. I was just having an emotional moment, frustration, um, with myself, and I had been doing relatively well, reducing the drawdown that I've been sitting in for the last 4 months. And then I just did stupid things. Three trades, just three stupid trades. I should have taken the last two. The first one was, within expectations, and I got stopped out. I was wrong. But then, there's that feeling, and you probably have experienced it. Like where you just want to be right, you just want to be right, you're showing me right. And I had that, and I was just so frustrated with myself. Like, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? It's just literally why I'm so happy I'm not doing this with real money. You know what I mean? Because these are the traits that need to be like ironed out. Just let's get the heck out of here type thing. So I'm very grateful that I'm doing this, but I did in my moment of rage reset my account, and I decided in that moment that I didn't want to deal with the stress, which is bad, but and now I'm switching to what the strategy will be for next year, which is the micros, starting with a 10K account, trading 5 contracts. So I'm just going to start testing what I plan on utilizing for next year. He's going to be coming back and forth. Kitty will be. Anyway, so I thought I'd share that with you. And, I'd originally said I wasn't going to reset it, but if I'm being honest with you, uh, it was causing me a lot of stress. And the one thing that I realized while I was in the middle of that drawdown was the fact that, I was just shy of $4,000 in drawdown at the time. I can adjust and move up. And I could have taken about 3 to 4 trades that I'd specced out and been out of that drawdown in no time, like a day or two. But what I haven't worked out yet is how to sit in that trade and be comfortable with it. And that was what was forcing me to stay in drawdown for so long. It was just like I would get a little bit of profit and just be like, and then not want to like, not let it run to fruition, or let the market do its fluctuation and then make its way up to where I'm supposed to be. Because there are obvious reasons why, if you're in a trade and you're offside, then you're offside, and you just either take this, let your stop get hit, or you close it early and then reassess. That part I'm semi decent at, but staying to my take profit is been really difficult. Like I've missed out on multiple trades over the last like probably 3 weeks that would have netted me 1,000 or more each time. And I've left with 400, 250, you know what I mean? Instead of letting it run because I didn't trust it. So I'm more focused now on the process and working through where I want to go with this versus, oh my God, I gotta get this much to get out of this drawdown, which was definitely not good for my psyche. Instead, I'm gonna work with the process that I set up, which is on the micro for NASDAQ 80 tick stop. Um, on ES, if I choose to do that, I think that's a 40 tick stop. And aiming for double 1 to 2, or just to wherever my the buy side or sell side liquidity lives. So that's the plan. Anyway, I took the weekend off after my meltdown, and now I need to see what price has been doing. So I'm gonna get tiny and switch over to my, and this needs to be renamed because I'm not doing the NQ. It's the micros for now, and let's see what we've got. So I'm gonna start on the weekly for this. Actually, let's do monthly. All right, so we've dug handsomely into the monthly fair value gap right here. And if they want to continue on down, there's a nice juicy one down here. I'm not going to worry about that for now. We've dug into that. So let's look at the weekly. What are we doing? So we are currently hanging out at the close of this order block. So let's set up a bullish OB there. And I'm just going to put a weekly in front of it. So we're just going to work through what we have here. And I mean, we have a shift on the weekly, like a proper shift. So given the shift, we have a higher high shifted through. So we do have a weekly breaker right here, which I'm going to note because, sorry about that. And got one laptop that beeps when it shuts off. So just gonna log back in. So higher high traded through. So bearish breaker. I think this is the lower of the bodies. So for now, I'm just going to use the wicks for that. So I'm just going to and look at that. Okay, let's do that. And we'll come back in and we'll do just weekly bearish breaker. Wick low right there. And we can just be in the middle of that. And let's just make sure everything's in order. So the low of this candle is 14,964. Let's make sure this is in line. Wow. Yeah, that's all kinds of wrong. 14,964 even. Let's copy that. Let's make sure everybody is in right alignment. Cool. And then I'm just gonna, so that was the open of that candle. So, sorry, the close of that candle. Close. So I'm just gonna note those areas for the moment. Zoom in here. Do that right there. Good. Good. All right. Good. Anything else juicy? So then in the middle of all of this juiciness, we have a weekly fair value gap that actually the week's still forming, so I'm not gonna assume it's gonna be here. What I will note though is the consequent encroachment of this wick as areas of interest. Because if we get past here, we continuing down. Ooh, and there's a volume imbalance. See, this is why you gotta zoom in, man. You just gotta zoom right in. So I'm just gonna do weekly CE of wick. Let's change that. Make that it's black. Let's put it in the middle of that thing right there. Okay. And then there's a lot of things for them to roll down into. So we have a volume imbalance. Another beautiful. So weekly VI. Let's change that to black. Let's make that inside to the right. Let's do that. Let's make sure we are properly sorting that out because I've been burned when I don't do it right. So let's do that. Okay, good. So we have that weekly volume imbalance. So things they can like roll back down into. We don't have any inefficiencies on the weekly. So, you know, but it's not weird for them to come back up into this breaker if they want to, and then continue on down, not to mention this giant weekly fair value gap. I'm not going to deal with that right now. I'm just going to, deal with what we have handily available. All right, so on the daily here, okay, so we have a higher high traded through. So another daily breaker up here. This is relatively balanced. There's nothing up here. There is something up here, but for the moment, I really don't expect them to come all the way back up here. So what I will note from a daily perspective here is the order block right here, the bearish order block. And let's just note that as a daily bearish order block right there. And let's zoom in on that puppy. Okay. And we'll do let's just note that as the wick low. And let's grab the top of that and note that as the wick high. It's just the opening. It's open. All right. So let's do that. And let's just make sure that the coordinates on this are the same. It's about off. So the open is, all right, so no. And then the low is 15,020. So no 75, just that. Just make sure it's all accurate. Beautiful. Okay. So that's the daily, for me. Oh, and we've got this fair value gap here that is drawing back up into. So just gonna add that as a SIBI. It is a SIBI. And let's make sure we've got that all sorted out. So I think maybe if we're going to continue bearish, we got to come back up in here. Let's make sure we see the edge of that. A little bit. Got it. Okay. And that's going to be daily. And I'm just going to notate for where we're coming up on. Okay. So I'm just going to add the point. So I see where they might want to like pause at or something. And then deal with that later. So let's do that. And this is going to be FEG, SIBI. Let's have the D in front of that. 0.75. And let's make that like I don't know, orange, something bright and shiny. Cool. So then 14,893.25. 325. There we go. And bring that down right there. 14,833. Just flat. And 0.5. 14,863. Flat. Okay. All right, let's delete that. I'm just prepping for the day. I'm probably not going to trade this morning unless something's like super duper obvious, but we also, oh, hold on. It's 0.5, and this is 0.25 of that range on that daily. All right, cool. So other things to consider, we have this inversion fair value gap as well. Let's see, that they're running up into, so that's going to be fun. So let's do, that one's a busy, the daily there, and I think that's running IFG, so it all depends. If I think about this price leg, Yeah, so I still, potentially halfway points above that. So we'll see how they behave in that general vicinity. Um, some overlap there, so let's be very precise here. Okay. All right, cool. So here it acted as support. Let's see if it acts as resistance. Like I said, it's okay. There's overlap. So we'll see what they want to do. All right, let's go to the 4 hour. Oh, hello. Low, lower, low, traded through. Okay. So, sorry, low, lower, low, traded through. So, might have a breaker in there. Still an hour and change. They're hanging out at the 0.25 of that. Maybe we'll get an opportunity to trade up to the top of that thing. Let's go the 1 hour. Yeah, low, lower, low, traded through. So we have a bullish breaker. So with a shift, they're going to come back down. In here, I would expect something. Oh, let's switch to the OTE levels here on the fib. So 6.2. So let's see. So if we were to say take an entry, take the top of that. 80 ticks is what I'm willing to on the micro. So 80 ticks right there. So given the nature, I might bring it down to the top of that. Get a little bit more room. And now the other thing is there anything low, lower, low, traded through? So the breaker is here. Share of a gap. Let's see what it looks like on the 15-minute. If it does come back up, then my general expectation would be something stupid like that. I don't know. Let's see what that breaker. This is on the 1 hour, so this should be a longer play. It's like a half would be about there, already up here. So we can use, so I would just be looking for the top of this thing, maybe, inside of that. Maybe. Let's look at the 15-minute. See what we got. So low, lower, low, traded through. Yep. So somewhere inside this price leg, we might get a little something, something. I'm not trading the morning. I'm going to just watch and be amazed. I'm going to keep the daily candle noted and available here. And this will be my 1 hour candle, and this will be the 15 minutes to let me know what it is that I'm looking at. One thing to note though, so I'll be using this guy and the new week opening gap. Oh, look, 14. Oh, hold on. Let's see. 1 hour. So where is that? So, oh, look at that. Right. New week opening gap right inside of the space. So yeah, I would most definitely, if I were to wait for this to come back down, I'd wait for something like this. Like my 80 tick stop, approximately, like so. And then, right into above those highs. I don't know what that is on a 5 contract. All right. So risk 80 to make that. Not bad. So we'll see what they do when they get down here. But that's my general expectation. Where did we stop? We haven't even. So we stopped at this. Let me see the low of that. 14, well, 858.25, and the high of this is 858.50. So we like wicked right up to there. So that might just have been the return. So we'll see. We'll see what they're going to do, but that's what I would expect. Because this short, though, we shifted. It came back into this order block and then rolled into that fair value gap, which this is all hindsight, and we're just playing around this thing here. Don't go to sleep. Just curious about, so if I'd said, okay, let's go to the top of that, 80 ticks approximately. So it would have been there. Right there. So we would not have been stopped out. And then just aim for this order block right there. That's a lot. I mean, I probably would have just been like that, and that would have been more than enough for me. And like I said, 5 contracts, 870. Okay, not bad. So it's 8:54. We'll wait till 10 o'clock, see what looks like, tape read it, and then see what happens in the afternoon for a continuation. In the meantime, that's me sort of prepping. My general expectation, I'll take this off of here. My general expectation for the week, though it's bearish, right? So like I said, I expect them to come back up. So we have today and tomorrow for them to raise up to here. So potentially bullish next 2 days. Because last week we had what? This is Friday, so that's Monday, right? So Monday was bullish, Friday, Tuesday made the high of the week, and then it melted away the rest of the week. So maybe expecting something similar, because look at this Monday, right? And then Tuesday made the high, melted away. Starting to see a pattern, right? I know I am. Like, let's see, like this one, Monday made the low, and then it just continued on up. But on this downtrend here, Monday made the high, Tuesday couldn't take it out, and then it melted away for the rest of the week. Monday, relative equals, melted. Monday, Tuesday made a high, melted. So I'm waiting for something similar if it's going to continue that way, because I mean, obviously, look at this. Can do something like that, right? So Monday, Tuesday made the low, and then rose up. Monday, well, they just kind of fell. Not quite a exact pattern, but nothing is really, right? All right, guys, I am going to get on out of here and start my day job. So happy trading, be safe. Shakira out.